In this playlist, we take you to incredible India, to an Ayurvedic clinic. And I guess it will not look or feel like anything you might expect. Today, trauma release and insomnia treatment with Ayurvedic water. Today has been a major breakthrough. A trauma that I didn't even know I had suddenly burst up from when I was a very young child. And this produced amazing responses in my body. But first, if you are new to Trance dance, look at episode 1 of this series to make the best of it. So I'll tell you what happened today. During the shirodana practice, after the milk bath and 2 hours of massage and being taken care of by the ladies, there was the water on my forehead flowing to and fro and rocking away, and my mind was drifting. I don't know where. It was all water. My brain was foggy, and then suddenly came a picture in my mind's eye of me being tiny, 4 or 5 years old, in my mother's arm, clinging onto my mother's arm. And it was night, and there was another person, man, my father was there somewhere too, a man from Africa. He hurriedly hushed us out of our home. Fear, tear, not knowing is what I felt. Now is the time to share with you one of the reasons why I am on this treatment. It is severe insomnia. For many years, I haven't slept more than 2 or 3 hours a night of natural sleep. You might ask how I have survived this. Well, I have survived this with chronic fatigue and about 3 major burnouts where I had to be off from life, from work, from studying, from whatever it was, for over a year with hospitalizations. Because lack of sleep really depletes you. And what kept me going was yoga, and in particular yoga nidra, which I have become a teacher of, because I know that it can save lives. One of the reasons for my sleeplessness is that I have a hyperactive brain. I'm hyper creative. I'm always designing things, making things, thinking up of things to do for you. It never stops. But this morning I may have discovered another reason for the fact that I just wake up in the middle of the night. Maybe this childhood trauma where I had to leave home and everything is a factor. What do you think? So to come back to what was happening as the water was flowing on my forehead, then more things started coming to me. After that vague and yet clear, stealthy and yet present memory came back to me. My body started reacting as the water was continuing to go on the forehead, and as the ladies, with compassion, kept doing this and kept watching me, my eyes started pouring some water, some more water, some tears. But above all, I had this here, terrible pain in the throat, unbearable pain, 5th chakra. So I'm going to have to practice 5th chakra again, and I have had a feeling in this new year that 5th chakra is going to be the one that a lot of people will need to work on this year. This one. Yeah. So I was feeling this pain there, but also something very strange started happening in my chest and in my rib cage. My rib cage has always felt to me very hard and sort of to the front. And here, it was as if my bones of the rib cage were becoming soft and jelly-like, and inside was becoming soft too. And a weight just came off my chest, a weight that I didn't even know I had. And this softness is still with me now, several hours later. And I feel that it's going to be there forever. But to go back to what was happening then, during the practice, I went down memory lane and I tried to remember what happened. And in fact, what had happened at that time was that where I was living in Africa, central, very heart of Africa, there was a war-like situation. And we had to be evacuated in the middle of the night, leaving everything and everyone behind. After all, perhaps I wake up in the middle of the night and don't go back to sleep as a way to honor that moment. Maybe. What do you think it may be? And do you think that do you have memories that are so hidden, so painful, that you don't even know they're there, you don't even know they poison you and your entire life? I thank the ladies who were there with me throughout this entire journey, when my eyelids were moving like crazy, when my chest was doing those wave-like motions. They were there with me, holding space for me, with compassion. Just like you are there, being a witness to the story, listening to me. Thank you. I am you, and you are me. Be inspired.
To know more about the 5 weeks of treatment I received or the sort of life-transforming experiences you could have, stay tuned for the full story in the next episodes, where you will see me and other patients tell you what we went through.